friends, welcome back to Storytime. Today I have another story with you, which is called The Calendar Kids Meet January by April Martin. But before we get started, subscribe and like for more fantastic videos like this. So now, let's get started. This is January. January loves to snuggle up in bed. She loves to have pretend campfires inside with her family. She loves to eat s'mores. She loves her sleeping bag. She loves to pretend stars on her bedroom wall too. When January doesn't love is the cold. Her toes freeze, her nose freezes, even her hair freezes rock solid. Every time she wants to play outside, she has to put on layers and layers of warm clothes. It takes forever to get ready, and only after a few minutes outside, she has to run in to warm up. And all winter break, January got to sleep in, enjoy her new toys, play with Flurry, her pet fox. But best of all, she got to celebrate the new year. Each day, she marked off her calendar. Just 4 days left until school starts back. Her days off were coming to an end. Finally, the day had come. And tomorrow she had to go back to school. The worst part, she had to walk to school in the cold. January's mom had a surprise for her the next morning to help her get excited for school. She made her favorite foods, snowman pancakes for breakfast. "Come on, January, it's time to wake up and get ready for school," her mom yelled from downstairs. Oh my gosh, they look so good. January pretended to be asleep. January pretended Flurry was sick. January even pretended that she was sick. Her mom did not fall for it. "January, my snowflake, get to see your friends again. Get to wish everyone a happy new year," she said. "It's time to go. Come on, get up." So January got up, she got dressed, she ate her pancake, she got dressed even more, and she said bye to Flurry, walked away slowly to school. Each step she took was more and more cold. "Oh no," she thought. "I can't feel my nose. I can't feel my toes. My head even hurts." Something was unusual about today. Today had to be the coldest day in the history of all cold days. But by the time January got to school, she was frozen solid. She couldn't move. She couldn't enjoy her friends. She couldn't tell anyone about the new year. All could January do was sit and sit and sit, and oh, she could drip and drip and drip. Her whole class started to laugh. June and July thought for sure this was all a joke and asked, "You sure you're really frozen?" But her closest friends, December and February, were the only ones that were not laughing. February reminded her that it was okay and that winter would be over. One day, December chimed in. "Oh, it's okay, January." Her closest friends, December and February, were the only ones not laughing. February reminded her that winter would be over in one day. December chimed in. "It's okay, January. We definitely understand." Mrs. Season spoke up and calmed the class. "Okay, now everyone, let's think. What causes frozen things like ice to melt? When it sits in the car all day, when I eat it, when the sun shines on it. Now, what do they all have in common? Heat. Right." One by one, the class got up and helped move January by the window. Thankfully, the sun was coming out. She waited until she could feel her toes. She waited until even her hair didn't hurt anymore. Finally, by lunchtime, she was warm again. "Oh, mittens, I sure wish winter was over," January thought. December and February were happy to talk to January again, but couldn't figure why she was so blue. "What's wrong?" they asked. "It's just too cold. Look, my hair's even still frozen. Want to go play outside without freezing? I should just move to Florida where it's warm all year. I miss the trees and the grass and the picking flowers." So February had an idea. She whispered her idea to Mrs. Seasons, and she agreed. During lunchtime, February and Mrs. Seasons turned on the heaters. They drew and they drew and they glued and they glued. When they were finished, Miss Seasons walked to the lunchroom and asked for January to come to the classroom. Ta-da! Oh, February, you're the best! January squealed. If you see there, this says January, there's like a cloud, and it says November was here. This is so cool, though. Like, this is actually very cool. February showed January where she could pick flowers, and she sat and ate the rest of her lunch with her on the green grass. January was no longer blue. She was so cozy, so warm, felt like a warm spring day. Oh, I almost forgot, January announced. Happy New Year! On the way home, December, January, and February built a snowman and snow kids. They made snowballs and snow cones. Flurry joined in too. I guess winter could be fun too, January thought. Until she was frozen solid once again. The end! Hope you enjoyed this fantastic story with me. Subscribe and like for more fantastic videos. Bye, reader friends, and keep on reading.